Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Eiyuden Chronicles Rising, a title I will definitely be messing up most of the time during this series, and we're back into the Great Forest. Last time we went here to find the cat Yum Yum for Pyrrha, and after that she basically gave us a hint that her father needs some wood to repair their broken house. So that's what we're doing here today. And of course, how to learn how to get resources, because by accepting that request, we also got an axe to work with. So, I'm thinking, might this be the first one? Enemies and resources. Once enemies have been slain and resources gathered, they will not be available again until you leave the dungeon. If you can't find resources you need, head back to your base and try again after a good night's rest. Alright, resource bag. A bag designed to store resources gathered in dungeons. Once you return to the city, its content will be transferred to your storehouse. Once your resource bag is full, you will be unable to gather any more. Remember though, you can always throw away resources you don't need. So this is very important. It's like a big old bag where you put everything in while you are adventuring out into the wilds. And your storehouse is basically back in the village, in New Neve. Okay, good to know. Are you saying anything else now? I forgot to put potions in my stow pack. Learn from my mistake, kid. Stock up before you head out. Yes, and that's what we learned last time as well. That you have a stow pack where you can use your healable potions and other stuff in. Specifically to be used in a dungeon. And if you get more, or if you have more, again, they will be put into the storehouse. So, let's go out and explore the forest a little bit and hopefully learn how to get resources. And if I remember correctly, where we found Yum Yum, there were a bunch of big old trees behind it. The reason why it could not escape my clutches. So I'm thinking that will be the first piece of wood we're probably gonna get. I do hope that enemies do return after you go out and back into a dungeon, because there were other enemies here last time we walked through this. Easy food. Flying enemies will be found inside dungeons. Jumping attacks are the best way to handle airborne enemies at this time. Wow, I even destroyed everything in the background. Ooh, obtain lumber. So they don't necessarily need to appear on your map. They can just consist in the background as well. They're shiny, okay. So there is an indicator that we can get it. That's good. Yes, I know we have enough, but I want to explore a little bit more. Besides, our bag isn't even full yet. At least I don't think so. And on that fact, I really do hope that once we get to a certain point, that we're able to enhance our resource bag or stow pack, carrying even more. Because that means we will be able to venture even further in dungeons. I should really just get what I need and get back. Come on CJ, don't be such a buzzkill. Can we... No, we can use the items from our stow pack, but we cannot use it to instantly leave the dungeon. I think the signposts are meant to do that. That you go by segment, and with it, find your way out. Okay. Now what? Let's get back to Pyrrha's dad and see if we can repair the house. Because I think that's also one of the reasons why we have gotten all those stamp cards out there in the village to all the adventurers. So basically, we help rebuild the town before we even get access to actual treasure hunting. Alright, resources for ordinary readily available lumber. It is not the sturdiest material around, but it will do for smaller homes. Okay, so this is technically already outside the dungeon. Okay. Let's lose the teleport system. That's not too bad, the loading times. I can live with that. Okay, one screen too far, but it's not a bad thing trying to explore the city, since we don't know it well enough yet. I'm back! Got what you need, I reckon. Ah, wonderful! Finally, I can finish fixing my house. You have my thanks. This house has been in my family for generations. It's my most treasured possession. Next to your daughter, Ganesh. I don't know what I'd do if I were to lose it. My ancestors are probably rolling in their graves. You really helped me out. You know, here, let me stamp that card for you. If you're so grateful, give me 2 stamps. Thanks, CJ. You're very welcome, Priya. Yum Yum is behaving herself, I trust? Meow. You're a good one, you are. You know, if all these adventurers were like you, even my old man might come around. Have you got anywhere to stay while you're here? Nah, not yet. Guess I should go look for an inn. You won't find anything like an inn around here, I'm afraid. What? But then, where do all adventurers stay? They pitch tent down by Outlander Lane. Tents? Of course, I doubt there will be any space for another one down there now. Adventurers have been pouring in the last few months, all looking to strike it rich. Aw, sleeping on the streets. I didn't expect that. Well, if it's all the same to you, we have a little house you could borrow. Wow, we're getting an entire house for nothing? Okay, let's not be too quick about that. He hasn't said anything? We might need to pay for it. The last tenant just left. Nothing fancy, but it beats sleeping rough, I'd wager. Oh, well, I don't really have any money. You saw to it that Priya and me have a roof over our heads. The least I can do is offer you the same in kind. No need for money. Really? Here, take the key. It's just down that hill. Have a look when you have the time. Aw, thank you. And another stamp. I was almost wondering if the type of stamp would be different with every villager that puts it there, because it looked like a 2 inside, but maybe it was just me trying to see things where they aren't there. Alright, nice, nice, nice. And it's so close by, we practically live next door. How's the lodgings then? Think they'll do? Of course, but is it really okay for me to stay here for free? I said so much, didn't I? A man's only as good as his word. If you don't mind though, I appreciate if you could help my father like you helped us. Your father? Oh, so Priya's grandfather. I'm happy to help, but with what? Oh, repairing the clock tower. Clock tower? You might have noticed a fallen pillar of rubble in the plaza. That used to be our town's symbolic clock tower. I tried telling my father that we just don't need and we don't have the materials to fix it, but do you think he'd listen? Oh, say no more. You need help, I need stamps. That's all there is to it. Thanks. Also, a word to the wise. My father can be a bit blunt, to put it lightly. I don't doubt he'll put his foot in his mouth at some stage, but I'd appreciate it if you just ignored him. No worries. I'm well used to dealing with old folks. Thank you. His name is Shiva. If you head to the plaza now, you'll probably find him. CJ's home, away from home, and base for her adventuring. Resting here for the night will recover all your strength. You can save your progress at CJ's base or at any signpost. If you are defeated in battle, you will resume the game from your last save. All the save data will be updated automatically, because that's why we call it an autosave. Yes. Can we actually go into the house? Maybe change things up for a bit? Or just a menu that can allow us to rest there? Yeah, it just end day and save. Missed opportunity! Would have been great if you could actually go in there, and with the resources you collect, you could like build furniture in a couple of different styles depending on what you've unlocked throughout the base. Maybe they can do that for the main game. And talking about the main game, like the 100 Heroes that's coming in 2023, what we do here matters. So certain activities or things we do in this game will be carried over to that one. Like, I think the story about this town being rebuilt will probably also play a role in 100 Heroes. I don't know in what way, because we are not the ones making it, but we know that they've said that that would be the case. So I do wonder. I can imagine this town will definitely be there and will probably look the way it looks at the end of this story, but more about the other things that we can affect. Because I don't know how linear this game is. If there are things that we can make very personalized to us, like give it our own type of name, if that would also be carried over, that would be amazing. Okay, old man, where are you? Nothing much here yet? As if we haven't had it bad enough already. Excuse me, are you Priya's grandpa by any chance? And if I am, what is it to a money-hungry outlander, huh? I heard you could use a hand restoring this clock tower to its former glory. Me? A hand? Ah, I see. You think you can line your pockets by taking advantage of an elderly gentleman, is that it? Well, you won't pull the wool over my eyes. Away with you! Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not at all. Priya's dad asked me to help you out. Ah, that useless old sod. Been flapping his gums to outlanders now, has he? Stay out of this, outlander. No one needs help from the likes of you. But this is important, isn't it? Of course it is. My ancestors built it when they first arrived in Old Neve 150 years ago. A more precious treasure this town has never known. Of course it's bloody important. Old Neve? I thought this place was called New Neve. Old Neve is the town our ancestors came upon. Abandoned it was, barely worth being called a town, so the story goes. So they built it up anew and called it New Neve. This clock tower is a treasured statement to their vision of New Neve. Pains me to see it in this state. We can't have that, can we? Lucky for you, I know a thing or two about taking care of treasures. You can keep your coin, good sir. A stamp will do just fine. Ah, a stamp, Those things that Daxa's girl's been sending around? It's risk work, but no good venture take it on than any of us. Fine, get to it. You'll need to get to the great tree bough from the biggest tree in the great forest. Off you go then. Need to go get a great tree bough. Oh, so probably some more sturdier wood, because the wood we got before was not very strong, but it would do for small houses. Now we need something more sturdy. How am I supposed to know which is the biggest one? Give me a hint or something. Well, it'll be the one furthest in, won't it? It's huge. Even you couldn't miss it. Furthest in, huh? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so now technically we have permission to go through the entire dungeon of the Great Forest. Do you want to check other parts of the town out to see if there's anything there for other quests or requests maybe? I don't think so, because so far what we've seen is that you can only go where the story has been unlocked. Well, I am patient enough, so let's go to the Great Forest. He's still saying the same thing. I was wondering that with every new quest that maybe he would learn something new to say to us as an extra tip or hint that we need in a dungeon or so. Alright, let's go hunting. More monsters, more resources. Yes, definitely. Alright, beautiful. We got a level up. Oh, we got slime jelly from the monster as well. So it's not just the nature we get stuff from. We also get it from the enemies we defeat. I do need to keep my eye out for things in the background, because I will be one of those people that can definitely miss it just by trying to progress faster. And we definitely don't want that. Yeah, it's pretty clear that before we only got the wood because that's what we needed for the quest. Now that the entire dungeon opened up, the game says, you know what, you can collect all of it. I do wonder what kind of max... I was gonna say, I wondered what the max capacity is for our bag. It's 50. Not too bad. I think that's good for starters, but like I said, I really do hope we get a chance to increase that capacity. Ooh, what's that? Why do we get different music? Oh, new enemies, no! Oh, I need to be careful. Okay, that had me frazzled a little bit. Okay, so I really need to learn. Stay calm. Big bad music doesn't mean there's a boss. Just means there are enemies that want to kill us. And having said that about enemies killing us, what do we have with our stats? We're level 3 now. It's not like you can really see what the increases are for leveling up, because we don't remember what our old stats are. And we haven't got anything new, right? No. I think we need to open up more of the village so we can actually make or buy accessories. So yeah, let's focus on one stat. Physical attack power is now 60, 35 from the weapon, 25 from me. So let's see when we get level 4 to what it is. And of course, if you're watching this with me and you're in the comments, you will be just as well to remember it for me as too. It would be great. Alright, storehouse. We got 1 lumber, probably what we had left from the quest. Resource bag. Gargle wing, lumber, sugar, slime jelly, and rare stone. Ooh. When something has a word rare in it, I really like it. Nice. There's of course... Wait. What did I see? Can we go down there? Or is it just something that's attached to it? It's probably something that's attached to it in the same screen. We'll get there. Damn, they give a lot of experience. Didn't expect to level up that quickly. Because now I do remember it. Okay, so from 25 to 31, that's 6 points. That's actually quite significant. From 24 to 29, also really good, nice. And I think from 27 to 34. Not bad at all. Yeah, so level ups in this game really do matter. I like that. Because in some games, level ups are more like token stat increases, and the real, let's say, buff you get are more from equipment pieces than from your own level ups. And I hate it when a game does that. Because that means that there's no reason for you to grind for levels, because you just need more equipment, and once you have that, then you can continue. This makes it so that we have more options to better ourselves, even between episodes. Not by getting new equipment, but just by leveling up, gathering resources if we want to. Yes, very good. Nice. So I got what I wanted straight away. A way to check out if the stats in these games are great. Ah, money, nice. Okay, so I think in this episode we need to decide together how are we gonna call the coins, because I really do think it's called Bakwa, but it doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? I like Baka more, but I think I need to give in. And seeing at this, at least the 100 Heroes is seen by a lot of people as a spiritual successor to Suikoden, I was somewhat thinking they would go with Poch instead of this, but I can see why they would not, because yes, a spiritual successor is a really good place to start out, but when you make a game you do want it to stand alone on its own 2 feet. I think that's the reason why things are different, of course. I'm just trying to hit everything around inside. Signpost. Signposts can be found at key points inside dungeons to give you information about where you currently are. As signpost you can fast travel to any previously visited area within the dungeon, and you can also save your game. Yeah, and that's the part that we like. Okay, seeing as we need to go as deep into the forest to get what we need for old grandpa, I don't think it's gonna be underground, so let's go there. And of course the first thing we run across is a rock we cannot break. So I'm guessing the axe that we got need to be upgraded to be able to destroy more different things. And that's the way they handle here the natural progression, not necessarily a bad thing. Ooh. Oh, no. You're right. Be a bit more aggressive. I can be more aggressive too. Titan Nectar. I do want to be careful when an enemy drops something that I don't walk ahead and go to a different screen without getting it. Ooh. I know him from the trailer. Looking at something? You an adventurer too? Here for treasure? Sure, why not? What's that then? Looks important. That's just a rock. Doesn't look like an ordinary rock though. Wait, you haven't seen a big tree in your travels, have you? Nah. I guess it's further in then. Thanks anyway. Hold it, princess. What? The forest is crawling with monsters today. If you go any deeper in, you might not come back out. Monsters, huh? What kind of scavenger would I be if I let that put me off? Okay, so we're gonna get stronger monsters now. Or is it a warning for the big tree we need to take down that's being guarded by bigger monsters? Obtained nuts. Okay, do you think it's wise grabbing nuts straight off the floor? You don't know where they've been. Oh, careful. Press the wrong button there. Okay, it does seem that with that enemy you want to start attacking, the best thing to do is stay around. Not go too far away. Need to be careful that there are no enemies hidden around the corner. Just out of sight. I love those fluffy monsters. Really weak. Healing potion level 1. Alright, there will probably be enough stow pack. Yes. I really need to keep an eye on our HP, because it is something I do have a hand on in forgetting sometimes. Right, another signpost. I might want to save. You know what, I'm gonna make a separate save. Then we can always go back if we make a mistake. So we are at 40 of 50. We know if we go back to town, we will empty our bag and be able to collect 50 more stuff. Let's just see what this hint is first. Uh-oh. Yep, this must be the one, alright. That is some really creepy tree. Love the art style though. Which brands look the best, huh? What the? Oh god, is it a boss fight? It's a boss fight. Boss battles. A menacing boss lies in a wait deep inside each dungeon. Once they've been discovered, defeating them is your only means of escape. Watch closely and attack when the enemy reveals their weak points to deal major damage. Some stronger enemies such as bosses are protected by a shield. Until you have broken through the shield, the enemy will take 0 damage. Pay close attention to the enemy's shield gauge as well as their health gauge. Your stove pack is used to carry items such as healing potions and herbs, which you'll need as you venture through dungeons. If you find yourself in trouble against a strong enemy, check your stove pack to see what you've got. Okay, the one thing I want to know... Alright, because I didn't... Careful, I see an attack on my face. Because this is good to know, that if we do go to our stove pack, we have a moment of rest, that we can take it easy, think about what we're doing, and of course heal ourselves. And right now, seeing that I'm about to get hurt. Okay. I'm pretty sure, since this is the first boss, that it shouldn't be too difficult. Alright, do need to keep an eye out for those kind of things. Like I said, I didn't know that would happen. Okay, attacks are coming a little bit faster. Alright. Okay, so after his attack we have a few bits of time in order to get a few more attacks in. Alright, good to know. Nicely done. Not the hardest pattern to discover. Grade 3 bow received. A valuable material necessary for development of rune lenses. Some resources can serve as catalyst to create a variety of runes when combined with this material. Some items are more valuable than others. When you find it valuable on your travels, you won't be able to throw it away, but it won't take up any space in your resource bag. Nice. Sorry, big old tree. I know you were sentient, but I needed your resources. And, to be fair, you did attack me, so you deserved it. Alright, let's see what's more ahead. Okay, I do see a treasure chest. Is there... no, we need to... this one. Okay, so there is more to this dungeon. But like I said before, I really do think we need a way to increase the strength of our axe so we can get through these kinds of blocks. Okay, so let's try to remember there is a chest here. Okay, I think we did that pretty well. Let's get back to Shiva and see if he's going to be at least a little bit happy with what we did. Okay, so the fast travel with the signpost is just inside the dungeon. No problem. And of course, what have we got? A giant branch. I think that's what we got for the fight. And of course the rune fragment. Not bad, not a bad start. And like I said, in between episodes, I will of course also go through the dungeons to gather up more materials, maybe get a level or two. I will not go to areas that we haven't been to yet. So that we won't miss any potential new scenes when we're going into the forest, because I want to explore everything first with you all watching. Alright, let's get back to town. I'm back. Let me see. Yes, this'll do. No doubt about it. The Great Tree Bow. You could have warned me, you know, about the big scary monster tree that attacked me as soon as it saw me. Excuse me? The tree fiend. Would have been nice to know in advance, that's all. I'm lucky it didn't pick branches off me. Tree fiend? Impossible. The sorcerer. I warned them. I ruined them all. You alright, old man? Damn, look at him. Very fancy. Got a moment? Not interrupting something, are we? Shiva, could you spare a few minutes? Oh, the rapacious, I mean, rather brilliant acting mayor. What was that? Nothing at all. Excuse me. Shiva, this is Gokto of Outlander Lane. I believe you have already met, but allow me to formally introduce you all the same. Gokto. The smell of gold and promise of fortune drew the sagacious Gokto to New Neve, where he quickly became the representative for the merchants and adventurers of Outlander Lane. I see. And what brings you both here? I've got nothing to say to either of you. Shiva, I know you don't see eye to eye on the Barrows. Still, I expect you to abide by my decisions. As such, I must ask that you and the other objectors stop causing trouble in Outlander Lane. The stamp card system is going a long way towards building trust between us and the Outlanders. Trust? You don't even know the meaning of the word. If you do an ounce of sense in your head, you'd chase every lost venturer out before it's too late. Let's all try to stay calm, shall we? What exactly are you talking about? Too late for them for what? The evil sorcerer's curse. He is in the Barrows, I tell you. He who suffered the wrath of the gods themselves. He was sealed off for a reason. Mark my words, break that seal and it won't be just fiends you'll be up against. It'll be much, much more worse than that. Now this sounds like an adventure. You can't put so much stock in those old fables, Shiva. Fables, huh? So I suppose that expedition that went in were fabled to death, were they? You want our children to go through that too? This town is on the verge of collapse. Mining is beneficial for our people and essential to New Neve's continued existence. Exactly. And what of your precious ClockTower? Surely you could use some strapping young adventurers to help rebuild it? Isn't that right, young lady? Me? Oh, well, yeah, that was the plan, sure. See, honestly, Shiva, you embarrass yourself. I have got countless young folk who tell me every day just how hard they slave away for good of this town and its residents. How long do you intend to hold out? Think of the effect it will have on your family's reputation. Fine, please yourselves. Pay no mind to a stubborn old man like me. Wait, my stamp. Give me the card. He doesn't like it, but he knows we did a great job as well. And third stamp it is. At the cost of good manners. Speak with Isha. Okay. There's a part of me that wants to return to the Great Forest just to mine some more stuff up and look around some more. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave talking to Isha to the next episode. Therefore, if I wanted to, in between this one and the next one, I can go back to the Great Forest and look around a little bit more and maybe get 1 or 2 levels. I promise I won't overgrind it. I just want to check it out and get a bit more of a feel of the combat system. So like I said, next time we're gonna talk to Isha, and she's probably gonna do some PR to help us rebuild the entire town through the effect of the stamp card. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something like that, isn't it? And another thing I do wonder is how long would it take for things to be different, to be rebuilt after we deliver necessary materials? Because we gave the wood to Ganesh and Priya for their house, and we now gave wood to Shiva to rebuild the clock tower. I'm pretty sure for the clock tower we probably need some more materials than just that, like maybe stone, metals and stuff like that. But I wonder if we're gonna see like different stages as it's being rebuilt. If they did that, that would be so amazingly cool. It really would be. So, next time we're gonna continue this. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time as we venture off further into New Neve. Alright, see you later. Bye bye.